Good morning. It is day 19th, June 24th, my sister's birthday. And today we are leaving Roadhouse Hostel. We're about to have a really good breakfast, or at least it sounds really good. So far, most breakfasts have been really good, so that's great. I just had a quick shower, so most of my gear is packed and ready to go. It's about 6:30 right now, and today our plan is to hike 7.5 miles, which doesn't sound like a lot of distance, but there are two 4,000 peaks in there, so it's going to be a lot of elevation, so it's going to be a pretty tough day. And I got a trail name yesterday, so my trail name, other than my obvious channel Summit Sam, is Low Gear, because I seem to always be running in low gear when I'm hiking. I'm not a fast hiker. I average going uphill about a mile an hour, and on flat ground 1.5 miles, maybe 2. To be fair, I don't have my trail legs, but they are coming. I do feel stronger. They're just not here yet entirely, but that's okay. It's okay to be slow. Hike your own hike. Jeff's faster, and we're managing with that just fine. So yeah, thought I'd share that with you. New trail name. All right, I'm gonna get ready and go for breakfast. Okay, so let's do a little tour of the outside of the hostel. This is the cute little Maine Roadhouse hostel. This is the morning so far. It's not raining yet, so hopefully we'll at least hold out for a couple of hours and see how far we get. Again, the plan is 7.5. Some of the kids in our Sobo group might go a little farther. And there's our special bus, which will get us where we want to go. So definitely a great place to stay. Highly recommend it. Now we filter said water. Yeah, little update, just filtering water back there. We're at mile 3.5 of the first 4,000 footer of the day. Our plan was to go 7.5, but if we get there at a decent time, we will probably continue on to the next shelter, wherever that is. We will be moving on. It has not yet started to rain, but it probably will. It's hot, it's muggy, but it's been a good day, and we'll continue on. Cracking on. Just doing a little trail video here of the up and the up and the up and the up that we have to go to get to our 4,000 plus peak of Mount. What was the mountain today? I don't know. I'll figure it out when we get up there. But anyway, it's a lot of up and a lot of rocks. Quick video. Okay, so we made it to North Crocker Mountain, elevation 4,168 feet. We are in the clouds. There is no view to be had anyway, because we're surrounded by alpine and whatnot. But on one note, Jeff also got a trail name today. So what's your trail name, Jeff?
Meat Wagon, baby.
There you go.
Terrible name.
Meat Wagon and Low Gear. So I'm going to put that into gear, and we're going to keep going to, I think we're off next to South Crocker Mountain, which is another mile away. Another
Crocker Mountain.
Another 1,000 footer. All right, here we go. Okay, so again, film does not do this justice. That is freaking steep. This is just our final descent before we hit our campsite for tonight. Hopefully it'll be not too bad. It is raining. It's been raining for the last, I don't know, 2 hours, I suppose, just sprinkling, but it will get harder. So gonna go make camp before it gets too much and try to stay as dry as possible, and we'll get maybe a little wrap up later. Yeah, just a little wrap up on day 19. We're at the tenting site at 7.5. We did not end up pushing on, which is good because it is raining outside. But we found a nice little tent site, built a campfire, had some dinner. The rest of the crew was here, which was really nice. And we are in our tent, just sleeping, or trying to sleep. And it's still fairly early, but we're both pretty knackered, and we have a big day tomorrow since we've decided to sort of change up our itinerary plan and do a bigger mile day tomorrow. So I think we're going to do 14 and a half up some good peaks, but it'll all be good, so definitely need the rest, and we are going to do that. And hopefully it doesn't rain too badly tonight, because I don't want to get wet, but we're nice and dry right now. So that's it for tonight, and we'll follow along tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 20, June 25th, about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are up and off and running for a big day. We got 14.7 miles, 2 good peaks, I think. I don't know. I never know. I mean, I do check these things before I go out, and then I forget them about 2 seconds later. It did rain a good chunk, or a good little storm last night, but not too long. So things are damp out here, but we are dry, fed, caffeinated, and good to go. So we got a big down, then a huge up, and a little up and down, up and down, up and down, a big down and up, and one big hurrah up at the very end, which, probably gonna kill me when I get there. But that's our day. So we're off and going, and I'll show you what we're on right now. It's actually pretty good, clearly because I'm filming and I'm not tripping over my feet. So this is early morning trail. This will change dramatically throughout the day because, well, we don't have any big boulders or swamps or roots tripping us up yet, and we can't have a trail without oodles and oodles of those. All right, see you in a little bit. Yeah, first water crossing of the morning. Not too bad. It did rain a bit last night, but the rivers are down. I think we can probably boulder hop this one. Very strategic. Oh, and there's even a little board. Definitely. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'm not doing this on the phone. Let's see if I can get across. Not get my feet wet. That makes it look so easy. Keep going. Take your little board. Well, don't break it. And he's through. Alright, here I go. Alright, made it across the river. We're at 2,100 feet. I'm getting myself. And we're just headed straight up. Go ahead. It's nothing like starting your morning off with stairs for 2,000 feet. Yay! .1 miles to Spalding Mountain, and now I have beautiful trail to show you because we just finished going all over the roots, bogs, scrambling, high rocks, and all the horrible shiza. Now it's good, but it won't last, and we will continue on until we get to the peak of Spalding Mountain, another 4,000 footer, one of Maine's 4K peaks, I guess. Alrighty, so we just finished lunch at the lean-to back there, a little over 6 miles in this lovely sort of ferny forest area. I didn't take any video on Spalding Mountain, which was the 4,000 peak, because there was no view up there. Oh, these bugs. I swear the black flies just go straight for your eyeballs. Yeah, there was no view up there, so we just headed straight back down to lean-to and had lunch. Weather's been good, a little overcast, not too warm. It's been a perfect day. I'm sure that won't last. I think it's still supposed to rain tonight. I'm starting to smell the Canadian smoke from the fires in Quebec, which we haven't had any issues yet, but I think we're starting to get that coming down here. Other than that, joints are feeling good. Knees and ankles are working. Just a few normal aches and pains as to be expected. But we're trekking along here. It's a good little section of trail before we end up on a huge uphill climb before we get to our last shelter, which should place us in good range to go through the alpine wilderness, which they have cautionary advisories on and whatnot, because there's no coverage there. You're pretty open and running the ridge line, and of course there's no camping because it's a sensitive area. So you do have to get there at an early enough hour and know what you're getting into before you head into it. But that should be fine for tomorrow. And so far so good. We're all aiming to be at the shelter at a decent time, probably around dinner, and we'll go from there. And that's it for now. Okay, I was just doing a little walking and thinking as we usually do. Just a little, now that we're getting closer and closer to the end of Maine, thank goodness. I just kind of wanted to put out there that, you know, when I first planned Sobo, watched all the videos on Sobo, I thought, yeah, sure, I'm prepared for that. Oh my gosh, not in the slightest. I mean, I'm glad I did the prep work I did and the work I did, but I gotta say, sign, I was woefully unprepared. Maine, Sobo beginning, kicked my tushy. Well, I think we got a next river crossing, and that I didn't expect. There's so many bloody river crossings. Yeah, it's a new, different kind of forest. And it's a larch.
Oh good, more trees.
Lots of trees. All right, let's get going. I'm huffing and puffing. We are almost at the Poplar Ridge lean-to. I've been climbing for the last couple of miles. And I'm tired because these are some big rocks to climb. But we're almost there. It's getting close to dinner time, which is good because I'm starving. I was powering down a crap ton of wine gums to give me extra sugar energy to get up here. But we're almost here, thank goodness. It's been a good day. Still hot, still muggy. Sun's not really out too much. It may or may not rain, we don't know. The last water crossing we did, some Noboa said it had been a fast current and was up to his knees, and it was a delightful walk across the water. We cleaned up, it was beautiful. So I think the Nobos just aren't used to our water crossings, and they're in for a very abrupt treat. Unless, of course, those water crossings drops, and then, well, all the power to them. They'll be nice, easy ones, but not to the baptismal fires that we were forced to endure. But there's supposed to be a brook here at this lean-to, which is good because I really need to clean up. I feel gross and sweaty, and I just want to put my joints in cold water and have dinner. So that's pretty much it for tonight, and I'll see you in the morning. I said we were at the top. I totally lied. We made it to Poplar Ridge at 3,120 feet. It felt way longer than that. Anyway, it's hazy, and we're gonna make it to camp in a minute after I think Jeff dies. I also may join him. All right.